Welcome to another video from Agile Insights. Have you ever felt like you're chasing papers or waiting forever just to get something approved? With Odoo's Approvals app, you can create, track, and approve requests all in one place. Whether it's purchase requests, travel approvals, borrowing items, or even, just creating a new product request, your team submits, managers get notified, and approvals happen fast. No more back and forth emails, no more missing forms. It's a smarter, paperless way to say yes or not yet. But this video doesn't cover how to use approvals. We'll go something with a much deeper item. So here's what I have found out, and I want to share it with you. In the create RFQ, let's go to an existing request. I added another field called vendor promo. Um, when a user requests a certain item, I'm just assuming that maybe they want something that is under a vendor promo, like a buy now, pay later program. And that's why I added this field. Now, my next question to myself is, how do I make this field disappear so that when it's not an approval request for an RFQ, let's say it's a borrow item request, the vendor promo shouldn't be there. So when I go to the borrow request, unfortunately, I still see the vendor promo. But Odoo has a built-in solution under Odoo Studio where you can actually put a condition to say that a field can be visible or invisible depending on a certain condition. So let's try that. So this is the vendor promo. So it will be in the edit list view. If we click on the vendor promo and we click on the conditional form, it will ask you to create a criteria for determining whether this field will be visible or not. Now I added, just for demonstration purposes, I added another field called approval category. And here I can indicate what type of approval request this is, so that I can, again, as for demonstration purposes only, I can add it as a criteria. So we'll put the conditional item there. So we'll say if the approval category is actually equal to borrow items, then it will be invisible. Once we do that, you will see that there are gray slash marks on the field value only, not on the column itself. So I think that's a clue that's telling us that only the field value will be invisible. And we'll close the Odoo Studio. And if we try to update it, definitely the vendor promo field is not updatable anymore, simply because we created a conditional invisible formatting, or not invisible formatting, but a conditional criteria to hide this field. However, it only solved halfway of what I wanted to do. I wanted the vendor promo field to be completely invisible if it's a borrow items category. Now what I found out is that in Odoo Studio I cannot do that, and there's no way that I can do that because it's already rendered as part of the list view. So what can we do now? So this is what I found out. While we are, well, let me remove the conditional criteria in the invisible first. Wait. Okay. Let me go back to the form view. While being in the form view, we can click on the view button, we can click on XML, and it will show us the XML code for this form. And we would like to be able to edit this. How do I wanted to increase the size of this left pane, but I don't know how. Hold on. It won't let me. But anyway, if I do that, will it allow me? It won't allow me. Okay, so the vendor promo field is actually this one on line number 9. And what we actually want to do, if you notice, there's a seller ID here. And that seller ID is actually not shown in this list view because it's hidden, it's invisible. In the same manner that there's also a company ID, there's a warehouse ID that are all invisible. But when you go here, let me go back to Odoo Studio and let's click on all the invisible elements. When we go look at this one, this is the one we're saying, the vendors is actually hidden. When we go to the conditional form, there is a condition that says parent.approval underscore type is not equal to purchase. However, I cannot copy this. Even if I copy that and put it in my put it again here. There. And put it here and put it under the code editor. It's giving me this error. So I think that one we can only add through XML. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go back to the form again. And we will go back to the view and XML. And we will copy this code. Okay. And put it on this line number 9. And we will remove the rest of the code because this part of the code is actually going to is for the the conditional invisibility, and we will have to remove that since we already have the criteria that says column equals underscore invisible. So we will, before we save this, I want you to note that there is a warning that says editing a built-in file through this editor is not advised, as it will prevent it from being updated during future app upgrades. Now, in my opinion, I will still proceed with this change in my XML. What I just need to do, therefore, is that I need to document this change so that when the time comes to upgrade this database, I will have to reapply this type of change again, assuming that there are no future features that can help me or that can allow me to make this whole column invisible. So I'll go ahead and save it and close it. And when we go to get out of Studio, you will now see that that column is now invisible when it's a borrow item category. But if we go to the create RFQ category, the vendor promo is there. So that's it. So I think with that simple tweak, it keeps our screens clean and our forms, it looks smart. So thank you. So if you found this helpful, give us a like and subscribe for more Odoo tips, tricks, and walkthroughs. Thank you.